what's your plan maybe on your modernization to make sure that, the Veterans Bank would be really at par, with the other banks that are available in the market?
I think it's the older segment that has challenges in terms of going into digital. The younger ones have no problem. I think they're too aggressive, in fact. The older ones are more cautious. So when you look at data Philippines-wide and bank-wide, the fraud has moved from a physical level to a digital level. So there's a lot of scams going on, a lot of phishing, a lot of people trying to get into our accounts. I think that's fairly protected, no? But the problem is, just like the ATM, you need two things to access your funds, diba, in an ATM. The card itself and then your PIN number.
Yeah.
Without any of those, you cannot
That's
access.
right.
So the same with your digital banking. Without the app and without the PIN or the OTP or the facial recognition, you cannot access your funds or transfer your funds. So what the fraudsters will do is try to get those information from you. The OTP, your digital signature, all those other data items, data points that they need to access your account. So it's not actually the banks being secure. It's the, kumbaga, yung susi ng bahay. Kumbaga, secure na yung bahay kung nasaan yung pera. Pero yung critical doon, gagawin ng mga fraudster, yung susi. Ano yung susi? Try nila hanapin yung OTP, lulukoyin ka nila, sabihin nila kami yung bangko mo, we need your bank data, your account number. Pag nabigay mo yung information na yun, doon nagkaka-risk ka ngayon, tumataas. And unfortunately, this is Philippine data. Ang na-fall into the fraud is the younger ones. Kasi mas malakas loob nila mga Gen Z. These guys were born in,
They're digital natives,
correct.
diba?
So they were born with a tablet already. So parang sa kanila, parang wala. Unlike tayo na, aminin natin, ako Gen X ako. So, teka muna, check ko muna ako.
O kaya sige, puntahan ko na lang. O kaya tawag ka na lang.
Or magta-transfer ako, 100 muna. Kahit mawala, okay lang. Di ba yung mga ganun? So anyway, yung Gen Z, yung mas maraming Gen Z and the younger millennials, sila yung nabibiktima. Kasi mas malakas sa loob nila eh. And then,
baliktad pala yung niisip ko.
No.
Kasi parang ang niisip ko, parang, baka mas nagdo-double time kayo sa pag-i-educate ng market nyo kasi they're maybe a little older. But this time, on the contrary, it's the younger ones who are easily frauded.
However, that being said, nangyayari kasi the older ones, anak,
sila.
So sila ngayon yung...
That sounds very familiar.
Malakas
sa
loob,
akin yan.
diba? So yung anak,
nga ito.
so yung anak medyo malakas loob kasi digital native yan. Doon nagkaka-problem yung fraud.
I see.
So we have to educate pa rin. The basic lang naman is the bank will never ask for your information. We have it already. We will never ask for your information. Number two, hindi kami nagbibigay ng link. Never kami nagbibigay ng link. So oras na yung bangko mo nagpadala ng link, kahit na nakalagay pa yung name niya sa SMS message, hindi totoo yan. Bawal actually, by law. Bawal mo padala ng link ang bangko. So those two lang. And many people don't know that.
Pakinggan po natin, bawal magpadala ang bangko by law ng link. So, if you received a text message that has a link in it informing you or asking you to click that link, don't click it. Kasi once you click it, somehow they get your data already. It could be your birthday, it could be your name, your address, whatever.
Kasi pag click mo ng link, hihingi yun eh. Ano nga yung account name nyo? So bibigay mo.
Yes.
Ano yung birthday mo? Bibigay mo. So yun na, nabigay mo na.
Okay.
So yun yung danger doon.
Mga Kanet25, this is Cesar Vallejos of Open for Business. For more updates, just click the subscribe button and follow us on Net25 social media pages at Net25 TV and at Net25 Entertainment Facebook pages.